For our call to worship this morning, I have a recent Pendle Hill pamphlet called Cultivating Sanctuary by Gunilla Norris. And in the opening foreword from the editor, there is a word about sacred space. I want to share that with you. Friends have long counseled against making any particular space more special or sacred than any other. George Fox scorned steeplehouses, saying that the people, not the steeple, is the church. Yet we know from experience that a space where we regularly meet the Spirit is a place that we hold apart. Especially in this age of coronavirus, when many of us have had to find new ways of worshiping outside of the physical sanctuary of the meeting house, we miss the spaces where we were able to worship in person with others. In this essay from Gunilla Norris, we begin with an extended meditation on her own meeting house and outward sanctuary. Fittingly, at a time when Quakers are collectively discovering that we can build a different kind of sanctuary with online worship, a sanctuary not tied to physical spaces and objects, the second half of her essay explores how to delve into inward sanctuary, and I want to talk a little bit about that in just a moment. Our meeting houses may be special and meaningful. They may point the way to the inward experience, but as the early friends knew and as we are rediscovering, the meeting houses are not the point. The point is always for us as Quakers, for us as worshipers, for us as community, is real, lasting sanctuary in the divine. So how do we experience real, lasting sanctuary in the divine? There are 5 different categories that Gunilla Norris recommends for us during this time of COVID, and I want to focus on just 3 of those. The first, breath. Conscious breathing has always been part of spiritual practice. From the moment God breathes life into us, we can receive life moment by moment. We are, in fact, entrusted with and breathed into life. When we discover that our breathing can be a place of sanctuary, we can carry that experience as an ark of the covenant wherever we go. Breath as a place of sanctuary. Listening. Inside the word hear is the word ear. We lend our ears and are thus informed. Hearing for direction, advice, or education is different from listening. When we listen, not just lending our ears, but with our very beings, we become centers of care. Limitation, or another word for this, discipline. Anything we choose to be disciplined about will give us a place to inwardly nurture our values, our purposes, and what we will and will not do. We may come to feel that we can rest in our choices, find sanctuary in them, and so not be hounded by doubts. I don't know about you, but especially during this time when we can't meet physically together at Silverton Friends Church, I think it's important to consider where we might find sanctuary, not just as individuals, but also as an extended community. Are you giving yourself a chance to breathe and to experience in each inhalation and exhalation the presence of God in the life that you're given? Are you listening? Do you feel listened to? And what disciplines have you focused on anew? Have you renewed? Have you taken on anew? Where are you finding room to inwardly nurture your values, your purpose, what you will do and what you will not do? God, I ask that you would help us to be aware of the places of sanctuary that you've given us every day, in our breath, in our opportunity to be listened to and to listen to others, in the disciplines that we take on day by day, step by step, moment by moment. God, you're present with us. You are in sanctuary with us. God, help us to be renewed. Amen.